Welcome to January. Happy New Year, everybody. That's right. It is already 2023, and I'm going to give you the top 4 baits that I would be throwing out here in the month of January. Now, this goes for the majority of the country. Some places up north starting to freeze over if it hadn't already froze over. Down in the south, you may not be quite as cold the water temperatures yet, but January, middle part of the country, most of the country, this is what you're going to be throwing. First and foremost, if I can find some shad up in the water column and active, or if I've got some wind blowing against an area, jerkbait's going to be one of my #1 choices in January. The Spro mixed stick 110 is probably my favorite cold water jerkbait, bar none. The big difference between this and other jerkbaits is that it's got that side to side, it kind of like sits on its axis. It doesn't sashay real hard. That's what makes this jerkbait so good in that cold water. So that's natural herring. I love this color in the cold water. It looks kind of like a bleached out shad to me. So that's going to be my #1 choice. Next is if you find that bait fish and that bait fish is down close to the bottom. That happens a lot in the wintertime. It gets really tough out there. You're having a hard time even getting a bite. That is where the old Underspin comes in super handy. This is the new Missile Baits Spunk Shad collab with Hog Farmer. That's the frosted purple, one of my absolute favorite shad colors. And that's on an Underspin. This is the Gamakatsu Underspin Mini 3/8. A ½ ounce is going to get way on down there. ½ ounce or 3/8 going to work really well. You're going to throw that thing out there, let it sink to the bottom, and then you're just going to slow roll it. That blade will just barely spin, and it'll look like a dying shad, just kind of like bouncing along the bottom. That is a really good way when you find that bait fish down in the water column. Things are a little bit tougher. #3 is going to be another finesse presentation. This is the Missile Jigs micro football jig. This is the micro. This is the little teeny tiny one. Fishing it on a spinning rod, 8-pound test, something like that. I've got a little baby D-bomb cut down on here. This is, I don't know why I like this color in the wintertime so much, a little Sunfish IPA. It's got that little chartreuse pop to it, and a lot of times I'll put that green pumpkin flash baby D-bomb just kind of cut down on there. Nice little small compact presentation. That gets a bit a lot of times when nothing else will. 1/4 ounce or 3/8. Throw that thing on any kind of rocky bank that you can find. Any kind of hard rocky bank. Sometimes they'll be on the point. Sometimes they're going to be on the cuts on the insides. But that thing right there puts fish in the boat in that cold weather time of year. And then of course, my old faithful, I'm going to have this thing on almost all winter, all fall and all winter. Is the mini flip jig. A little bit bigger line. This is something you're going to go into cover a little bit more. So let's say you still want to go up under some docks. You still want to go into some laydowns, into that cover. Maybe you get a warm day. You think the fish are up, moved up a little bit. That is the way to do it. I love orange, on orange or chartreuse, some kind of pop color, some kind of color that gets a little attention in the wintertime, and that's what I'm going to throw. That's the Bammer Crawl, and with that mini D chunk, that is a great trailer. I love that trailer, and that thing is gonna kick, cause some commotion, cause some action. That could be the deal right there. So those are my top 4 baits for the month of January. Burr, it's cold. Burr, put some clothes on and go out there and catch some bass.